Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to Nine Nar Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. Encyclopedia of Witchcraft by Judika is a wide-ranging reference guide designed to orient readers within the many landscapes of magic, folk practice, and modern witchcraft. Organized in an A to Z format, it brings together entries on deities, spirits, historical figures, tools, plants, spells, traditions, and cultural concepts that have shaped magical practice across regions and eras. Rather than presenting a single school of witchcraft as definitive, the book functions as a map of influences, showing how ideas travel and transform through mythology, diaspora, and popular culture. Illiz is known for making complex esoteric material approachable, and this encyclopedia aims to be both browsable and practically useful, supporting quick lookups as well as long, curiosity-driven reading sessions. For newcomers, it can clarify vocabulary and basic frameworks. For experienced practitioners, it offers cross-references and context that help deepen understanding and expand a personal library of correspondences and magical options. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, A to Z structure as a learning system. The core value of an encyclopedia-style witchcraft book is its ability to support both structured study and spontaneous discovery, and this title leans into that strength. The A to Z format lets readers look up unfamiliar terms encountered in rituals, online discussions, or historical sources, then quickly branch into related entries to build a more coherent picture. That matters in witchcraft and magic because the field is highly interdisciplinary. Mythology intersects with herbalism, folk customs with ceremonial techniques, and regional spirit lore with modern devotional practice. A reference layout reduces the friction of entry, helping beginners learn foundational vocabulary while also giving advanced readers an efficient tool for refreshing memory or cross-checking associations. Another benefit of the format is modular learning. Instead of requiring the reader to accept a single pathway, it enables self-directed exploration based on personal interest, whether that is protective magic, goddess traditions, divination, or planetary symbolism. Used well, it becomes a long-term companion, a book to keep nearby during planning, research, or journaling, where each entry can spark new questions and new links between practices. Secondly, traditions, cultures, and the roots of magical practice. A meaningful understanding of witchcraft expands beyond spells into the cultures that shape them. This encyclopedia emphasizes breadth, pointing readers toward the many streams that have fed modern magical practice: European folk magic, regional spirit beliefs, religious syncretism, and modern revival movements. The practical takeaway is discernment. When a practice is identified as coming from a particular place, people, or historical period, the reader can better evaluate how to engage it respectfully and accurately. Context also clarifies why similar techniques appear in different regions, such as protective charms, cleansing rites, or household blessings. Seeing magic as a set of evolving cultural technologies helps readers move beyond shallow aesthetics and toward informed practice. It also highlights that witchcraft is not monolithic. Terms like witch, sorcerer, seer, cunning person, or priestess can carry different meanings depending on culture and time. An encyclopedic approach encourages comparing sources rather than assuming one authority. For practitioners, this expands options and reduces confusion. You can trace where an idea seems to originate, how it changes in modern use, and what related practices might better fit your ethics, ancestry, or devotional commitments. Thirdly, tools, symbols, and magical correspondences. Many readers come to witchcraft looking for the how, what to use, what it means, and how to put components together. An encyclopedia supports that by gathering a broad catalog of common magical tools and symbols, along with the conceptual correspondences that make them function in ritual logic. Items such as candles, stones, metals, herbs, and ritual implements are typically understood through layers of association, planetary links, elemental qualities, protective or attracting properties, and folklore around their use. When these correspondences are organized and cross-referenced, readers can design workings with clearer intention rather than relying on guesswork. This is especially helpful when substitutions are needed. If a specific herb is unavailable, knowing the role it plays in a tradition can guide a replacement with similar energetic or symbolic traits. Symbol literacy is another advantage. Sigils, signs, and emblematic figures appear widely in magical culture, but without context they can become decorative rather than functional. By treating symbols as carriers of story, cosmology, and purpose, the book nudges readers to ask better questions. What is this symbol for? Where did it come from? And what outcomes is it traditionally used to support? That mindset leads to safer, more coherent practice. Fourthly, spells, practical magic, and everyday applications. While an encyclopedia is not always a step-by-step spellbook, a work focused on witchcraft commonly includes practical material, examples, and traditional methods that readers can adapt. The practical theme here is everyday magic, protection, love and relationship work, prosperity, cleansing, luck drawing, and household blessings. Seeing many categories of workings in one place helps readers understand that magic often functions through patterns, preparation, timing, setting intention, choosing correspondences, and reinforcing results through repeated actions or offerings. A broad reference also helps identify the difference between spell styles, such as sympathetic magic, petition-based methods, charm bags, candle work, and ritual baths. That diversity is useful because readers can match techniques to temperament and circumstance. Someone who prefers quiet practice may gravitate toward talismans or baths, while someone who prefers ceremonial structure might use invocations and formal circles. Another practical benefit is expectation management. When spells are presented alongside cultural background and related concepts, the reader can avoid treating magic like an instant vending machine. Instead, spells become part of a wider strategy that may include mundane effort, emotional clarity, and ethical reflection. The result is a more grounded approach to magical problem solving. Lastly, deities, spirits, and relationships in magical worldviews. A major dimension of witchcraft and related magical traditions is spirit contact. Whether framed as devotion to deities, honoring ancestors, working with saints, or collaborating with local spirits. An encyclopedia can act as a guide through this complex terrain by introducing many names and figures, explaining general associations, and pointing toward how they are understood within different traditions. For readers, the key lesson is relational practice. Working with spiritual beings is not only about asking for favors, it often involves offerings, respect for boundaries, and learning the cultural or religious context in which a being is traditionally honored. This perspective can help readers avoid common pitfalls such as mixing incompatible frameworks without understanding why they differ. It also supports more intentional devotion. When readers can compare multiple deities or spirits linked to protection, healing, crossroads, or love, they can choose relationships that resonate ethically and emotionally, rather than copying whatever is trending. Another value is historical grounding. Many magical practices have grown from devotional roots, and learning the mythology and folklore behind a figure can deepen rituals and improve clarity of intent. Even for non-theistic practitioners, the entries can be used symbolically, offering archetypal language for psychological and ritual work. In conclusion, this book is best for readers who want a broad, reliable starting point in witchcraft studies as well as practitioners who prefer a reference they can consult repeatedly. Beginners benefit because the A to Z organization reduces overwhelm. You can learn essential terms, identify major traditions, and understand the basic roles of tools, herbs, spirits, and spell types without committing to one narrow path. Intermediate and advanced readers benefit because a well-stocked encyclopedia supports research habits and strengthens discernment. Instead of relying on scattered online posts, you can cross-check ideas, follow conceptual links, and build a more coherent personal system over time. The light benefit is practical and intellectual. Practically, it can improve the quality of your rituals and spell planning by expanding your options for correspondences and methods while encouraging more thoughtful intention. Intellectually, it helps you place practices in cultural and historical context, which supports respectful engagement and better decision-making. Compared with many similar books that focus on a single tradition or a small set of spells, this one is worth buying because it functions as a long-term desk reference. Its breadth makes it useful across seasons and life changes, from quick lookups to deep dives, and it complements more specialized books rather than replacing them. If you would like to support Judika, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.